This is a mic check and a light check. Is the lighting good? Is the sound good? Do I look good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it is your first time here. You are now officially tuned into STW, and if you don't know what that means, it means shake the world. And I pray that this video finds you in one of the best conditions of your life. But even if it doesn't, I thank you for having the capacity to play me in your space right now and to just listen to what I have to say and see what I have to offer with this video. And I know that I haven't done a speaking video in a while, and I will be honest and say that I kind of let my self-doubt eat me up for a second, and there were a couple things that happened in my personal life that also had me questioning myself. And yeah, I was just not in the space to be able to put out content to share uplifting words when I was not in a place where I had the power or the strength to uplift myself in the moment. And yeah, I let this life get to me for a second. And yeah, I definitely have been fighting to come to a better place within myself and within my own life. And now I feel like I have the capacity, the mental capacity, and also the words and the heart to be able to share uplifting words again and to speak through my experiences and through the things that I have felt and went through in my own life. And now I'm back and I'm here, and I'm gonna keep this going and try to keep myself in a space to always be able to create these videos. But then again, things happen, so I can't promise anything, but I have attempted to commit to myself that was the first and the final break of letting my life experiences stop me from opening my mouth and allowing me to question my power. I don't want anything in my life. Things are always not always going to be perfect. Things are not always going to look good. Things are not always going to feel good. And so I have to know and remember why I started and why I started creating in the first place, and to allow that to be my motivation during the hard times. And I know y'all probably didn't ask for all of that, but that is just the real scoop, the real deal, the real drill, the real tea about me and my life, is that I go through things just like everybody else. And yeah, I come on here and I share positivity and things that light up my life. But this is also my space to share when things are also not so good, because I don't ever want to trick y'all into thinking that my life is perfect and butterflies and rainbows flying around all the time. And definitely my perspective has made my life like that, feel like that, but things are always going to happen, so I want to share that too, and just always keep it real right here in this space and in this place and in your face, okay? So with all of that being said, we back, okay? We back and we speaking. And what I want to speak about today actually is, why did I come to Costa Rica? I get that question so many times. First of all, I got the question yesterday from one of my new subscribers about, what country did you move to? It's Costa Rica, okay? If y'all don't know, I am in the Caribbean of Costa Rica, literally right on the edge of Costa Rica. What's T-Pain say? I'm gonna be quiet. So where do I start? Let me clear up any misconceptions about this move, okay? I didn't move for a trend. I didn't move because other people were moving. I didn't move to find happiness. I didn't move to chase a feeling. I didn't move to chase nobody. And I also didn't move to ride the wave of moving to another country. Okay, like I'm not the person that follows trends. I'm the person that has my own experiences, and then I can talk about it, then I can tell you about it. And I also don't do things because other people are doing it. So never get it confused. So my journey to Costa Rica, it's a long one, so stay tuned. If you're down, stay down. Okay, I'm gonna take my time to deliver this and tell y'all all the details, most of the details. If I don't get to all of them, I'll share them in the future, but I'm gonna share what I got for y'all right now. And I'm gonna start from the very beginning. Okay, so I graduated college in 2022, May of 2022. My friend at the time was like, I'm about to plan this trip to Costa Rica for 3 weeks and I'm gonna go. My other friend just backed out, so do you want to come with me? Because my mom, she don't really want me to go by myself. And I was like, okay, you know, like I'm about to graduate college. I've been in school for 20 what's that, 22 minus 5, because no, I've been in school since I was 3. I think I've been in school since I was 3 years old. So whatever that number is, 19 years. Okay, I've been in school for 19 years, dedicated my life, okay, getting all of them A's and masters, and just not masters, but what's that called? Oh my gosh, y'all been away for too long. Honors, there we go, honors and all of that stuff. Okay, literally dedicated 17 years of my life to school. 19 years of my life to school. And I was like, I don't really know what I'm gonna do after this, but a trip for 3 weeks to Costa Rica don't sound too bad. So it was like a celebration of us graduating college. We came here for 3 weeks. Basically traveled the whole entire country, from the top to the bottom, to the right to the left, from the Ruta to the Suda. Okay, got a feel for different provinces here, different cities, different ways of living, and the different vibes between the different cultures and the people and everything. And you'd be surprised how many different parts of Costa Rica you can go to, and it all be different in a whole bunch of different ways. So when I was here for my first time, I fell in love with the Caribbean side. Okay, it was more of my vibe, just the community of the people and the community of nature, and then the community of nature and the people. And I would say that it always depends on the person, right? Because it's crazy people everywhere, it's good people everywhere, it's messed up people everywhere, it's not so messed up people everywhere, you know. So it's always just what your experience has for you, right? Like some people come to this side, they don't like this side, so they want to move to the other side. Some people go to the other side, they don't want to move to the other side, so they come to this side. And you know, like, traveling is about experiencing, right? Like, you can't make anything happen, and you also are just there, right? Because you don't know too much of the people, the place, the culture, and the way that things go. And so I was really doing a lot of observing, and I was just like in awe everywhere, like on the bus ride, just looking out the window, like just so enamored and so just intrigued and just so observant. I was just my first trip, I was just very, very, very observant and just watching and just going with the flow. Okay, my first trip, I got invited to a wedding on a private island and went on little boats to go help them set up the wedding, went on little boats to go attend the wedding, and like little things like that just like gave me more of a feel for where I was, and all the vibes was just pointing to this just feel too much like home, and I gotta do something about that feeling. And that was basically my first trip. Okay, and I came back after my first trip and I was just so excited, I was so inspired, I was so full of energy. And I think that was partially due to the energies of this place, and also partially due to the food. Okay, coming from the US, okay, I was born, raised, been living in the US for 23 years of my life. Okay, and fruits, vegetables, herbs, meats, roots, like none of it is the same. The pineapples don't taste the same. The watermelon don't taste the same. The cilantro don't taste the same. The rosemary don't taste the same. The limes don't taste the same. The chocolate don't taste the same. The bananas don't taste the same. Like when I went back to the States, I was struggling to be able to eat. Okay, like in the States, I don't eat meat. I'm actually gonna give y'all a video about my specific journey and discoveries about food, and the difference that food has made on my life, but that's for the future. So right now I'm gonna just tell y'all that the food gave me a different life. It gave me a different energy. It gave me a different feeling. I was waking up every day for 3 weeks in Costa Rica at like 5 a.m. and happy with a smile on my face. I went back home and told my mom, like, it's just something that I got to do there. I'm just feeling like just a connection there, and I don't know why the feeling is so strong, but I got to do something about it and I have to figure it out. And so I went home and I was praying to God just for more clarity about, like, was this where I was supposed to be, or did it just feel good because I was on vacation and I was celebrating and I was just having a good time, or what's the deal with that? Okay, so I found out that, baby, another green flag, baby. Here they have a Black People Day, literally Black People Day, like a day to celebrate the African diaspora, whatever you want to call it, like the descendants from Africa, basically, baby, Black people, to celebrate us. And you come and you wear African prints and you just go to the parades and concerts and everything, and it's just like everybody's just celebrating Black culture. And if you know me, you know that that is right up my alley, because yes, we need to be celebrated, and that's not just on June 19th. Like, we need more celebration of Black people around the world, because we made this world go round and we continue to do so. Okay, that's a controversial topic, but in my household it ain't controversial at all. Okay, not controversial, however you say that word. Okay, so came back in August, for 2 weeks. My experience with the people that I was with was not the greatest experience. Actually, it was a little bit traumatizing towards the end. Trigger warning. I dealt with a bit of sexual harassment and was thrown under the bus a few times, and actually went home crying after that trip. But during that trip, the experience and interactions with Costa Rica, the nature of Costa Rica, and also the people of the Caribbean side, made that trip one of the most life-changing experiences of my life. I sat down. That trip I decided to sit down, okay, and gain confirmation from God, okay. I set an intention to go down to the beach and to stretch, get my morning stretches in, and pray while I stretch as I do, and literally specifically ask God if Costa Rica was somewhere that I was supposed to be. I wanted to clear up the feelings of home that I was having, and baby, if God confirmed anything for me, I'ma jump. Like, I'm gonna turn into a frog, baby, and I'm gonna leap towards it, okay? So, sat down, was stretching. Me and God, baby, we was getting in the flow. I asked God, is this the place that I'm supposed to be right now? Like, I just need confirmation, affirmation, reformation, whatever it took, okay? I just needed something, a yes or a no. And I look up, no joke, I look up into the water right after I asked that question to God, and it was dolphins in the water, y'all. You can believe me or not, this is real life, okay? It was literally dolphins in the water right in front of me, right? I look around to see if anybody on the beach saw the dolphins. There was nobody on the beach. I turned around to see if my friend had seen it. She was walking inside off the balcony. Nobody was there, y'all. It was literally just me. I seen the dolphins. I was like, oh, it's dolphins. It's dolphins. I picked up my phone, about to take a video. Right when I put my phone to take a video, nothing. Waited a second to see if they was gonna show back up. Nothing. They was gone. So I was so enamored that I didn't like take it as a sign of God. I just thought it was like coincidence. But baby, it gets even crazier. So I went back to my stretches, okay, and I was like, maybe that was just for me. Maybe that's why I couldn't record it. So I got back into it, and I was like, I don't know if I missed it or not. I don't know if that was a coincidence or not. But God, was that for me? And is Costa Rica a place where I am supposed to be? And no joke, y'all, I looked up into the water, and a baby dolphin was jumping like like flipping out of the water, like did like 10 flips, like a Shamu show, like a SeaWorld show. Like, no joke, like the stuff that you see people train dolphins to do, these wild dolphins was literally doing that in front of me. And I'ma just be real, I broke down into tears, broke down crying, took that as my confirmation, and I just sat there for a second during my stretches and just really just took that in. Once again, I looked around. It was nobody, absolutely nobody on the beach. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw that except for me. And God gave me that confirmation. And so that trip, I literally sent a message like to my mom and my brother and was like, I'm not coming back. Like, nice knowing y'all, but I'm not coming back. And I really did not want to come back after that trip, y'all. But then at the end, like when the trip started to traumatize me a little bit, it was time to come home. And I had went home and I had like broke down to my mom about everything that had happened. But then I told her about the dolphins, and y'all, she was not surprised. She was like, I already knew that God was calling you, you know, to Costa Rica, and based off of your first trip, I already knew that what you was feeling was real, and that this is a place that you can be. And God confirmed it, then my mama confirmed it. Baby, I don't need a strike 3. Like, that is enough for me. And so I got my behind up and I was figuring out what I was gonna do for work, because I had Shake the World, but I like to also work jobs that give me time to have still for Shake the World, right, where I can work on my own time. And so I spent months and months and months working for delivering medications to clinics in Houston and going around, baby, and was just saving my money every day. Every single day I was praying to God to prepare me for my move to Costa Rica, and to also prepare a space for me in Costa Rica. Okay, and I woke up every day, y'all, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready for work, made my chai tea, had my tea, and was driving. Like, I was in my car all day on my own time, just driving. I was delivering these medications, but I would pray before I started my route and just praise God, and just, I knew that everything that I was doing was leading up to something great. And so that was my motivation every day while I was working. And I would say that the prayers worked, because I'm literally sitting in my space in Costa Rica, and I am also prepared to sit in my space in Costa Rica. And so I will say that those prayers work, that those energies and feelings of still loving my life, even though I was doing something that I didn't really want to do, that those feelings and that energy have curated my life to look like what it is right now. And so my third and final trip, my cherry on top trip, was in June of 2023. I came with my best friend and my mom. My brother and his girlfriend ended up meeting us towards the end of the trip, but I spent a month, 4 weeks, 30 days there in here in Costa Rica now with my mom. And during that time, my mom, she got to see the people that I knew. She got to see the places that I went. She got to taste the food that I had been telling her so much about, and just really authentically experience what it is like to live in Costa Rica for 30 days. And she's a soldier. Okay, shout out to my mama. And she was right by my side. And by the end of the trip, she told me, I'm surprised that you got back on that plane with me. My third trip, before I had traveled, I prayed for a lot of confirmation. Confirmation in my relationships in my life, confirmation with the work that I was doing in my life, confirmation for what I could do with Shake the World, and also confirmation of, is this still a place that I'm supposed to be? Because I would say by then, I was in a place where it was kind of dimming my fire of wanting to be here and wanting to move here. And I would say that I kind of forgot those feelings a little bit, like they were always in the back of my mind, but in the situation that I was in at the time, in the forefront of my mind, there was really no like space or fire for that at that moment. And I was kind of losing sight of my vision for myself living here. And in those 30 days, I got that fire back. Baby, God showed me exactly like the resources that I had set up here, the places that I had set up here to be able to live, right? So it was like, why not make this move right now? And so I left in July, and like 2 weeks after I left, I was like, I'm gonna book this one-way ticket, because you know, if I never do it, I might not ever do it. And so if I don't do it right now, it's probably not gonna get done. So I booked that one-way ticket for August 23rd of 2023, and I never looked back. And in that little short time frame of like a month and a half, I had made a stupid amount of money with my brand, Shake the World. People was buying custom designs. People was buying 5 shirts at a time. Like, all my bracelets and anklets sold out. I was just at an all-time like high, okay? And I didn't come here to run from anything. I didn't come here to search for anything. I literally just came here because God told me to. And this place of eating foods that are not pumped up with chemicals, cutting up fruits and vegetables and things that are not genetically modified, eating meats that are not pumped up with antibiotics and hormones and things, has had a huge effect on me, physically and also mentally. And I am not gonna get into, I told you I'm not gonna get into that right now, so I'm not gonna get into that right now, but I will talk to y'all about that one day. For one, because it's a very, might get censored, might get blocked, might get shadow banned or whatever, and I don't want none of that. But I'm gonna open my mouth about it when I have the right words. But all in all, being in a place where, baby, it's almond trees growing on the beach right now. These are like, I'm surrounded by almond trees that are producing almonds. Okay, not all of these almond trees, but yeah, some of them are, most of them are. So yeah, Costa Rica is a supernatural, okay? It's supernatural, okay? Like, I show y'all this, you won't see a single building, okay? I show y'all this coastline, you won't see a single building. That's just, that should give you an idea right there, okay? Literally everything around me is super natural, and that has allowed me to step into and experience my supernatural self. And that is all really that I can say, because I will never overshare. You will never catch me on here oversharing, because I don't want things to be destroyed, okay? You share too much, things get out there, then stuff starts to get destroyed. So all I'm gonna say is, if you would like to experience this, I will be hosting retreats here soon, where I host people out of my own house, in my own garden, and y'all will have the experience to be able to experience this with me, and all the things and all the feelings that I'm feeling, and even your own feelings and your own experiences, and your own things that are meant to be shown to you here. And this is not, I'm never trying to convince anyone to do anything. And I also don't encourage you to move to Costa Rica. I don't encourage you to do anything that I'm doing, okay? Because my experiences in my life and the details of what I have been through, what I have prayed for, and what me and God have created together within my life, no one in this world has the ability to recreate that. And I also don't want anyone like chasing what they think my life is, and thinking that if they do everything that I did, that their life will look the same, because it's not true. That's not true at all. And everyone is meant to experience their own journeys. Everyone is meant to follow their own purpose and their own mission of their life. And I always want to encourage y'all to do that while y'all are watching my channel, watching my videos, and experiencing my life with me. I thank y'all for taking the time to be here with me and to listen to my story of why I ended up moving to Costa Rica. And I pray for many opportunities to be able to share many more experiences with y'all through this channel. And give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed any part of my story. And let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about anything that I share within this video, anything that you would like for me to share in future videos. And subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more of me, more of my perspective, hear more about my life. And never ever forget to shake the world, because if you're not shaking the world, then what you doing?